following presentation of the National Football League.
Representing the legendary Al Davis and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Tonight, we're keeping it in the AFC West between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led out by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. And that's not easy to do in this AFC.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
They'll run here with Amarion Hampton. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running behind center with Harris. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
He was brought down by Eric Stokes. 1st and goal, Los Angeles.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Najee Harris, the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's White on the return. Oh, what a step on! He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
Smith on first down. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. And this is 2nd and long. From the gun, Smith. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. First carry here for Ashton Genty. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Tackle by Denzel Perryman. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. One's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Dumped off to his running back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Sending a receiver left. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. This gets the 1st and more. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
This is Genty on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. And they send a man in motion. On third down, Genty. And they catch it behind the line on the outside. Some great range there by the defense to force fourth down.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
So now on fourth down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Darius Davis to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
The Raiders go a nickel on this third down. Working from the gut here, it's Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers get 6 more on their early advantage. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11.
14, Raiders 3.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's White on the return. Jukes out a one-stop. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders' offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. Throw right side, cut by Thomas. And this one doesn't go far.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Genty from the gun. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Pressure comes. Smith. Jump off, caught by his back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Now the Raiders ready in for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. First and 10 now from the 30. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
1st down, Chargers.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
I love these misdirection runs. You use that defense's speed and aggressiveness against them. It is really, when you put this play in the playbook and you call it, You want to see that defense overreact, and then you cut them in half with the misdirection.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Brought in close to the 8. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers blowing them out in this opening quarter. McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 18. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's White on the return. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now.
31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Smith setting to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stop though right near the marker. Didn't get it, third down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Third and a lone yard coming up. On the sneak at Smith. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stuck him at the line. No gain.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First and 10 from the 41. They give up the guns. It's Genty. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
13 yards on the play. That's another Las Vegas first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Now Smith taking off with it. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
At the 44-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Hits his running back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
At the 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw, Smith. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's Smith. Completed to his running back. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's good.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And again, it's Smith. He'll try and run this. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Bit of an early blowout, 21-3. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. He brings it in. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They put a receiver in motion here left. Here's Genty. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3. This brings up 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Blitz coming for Smith. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
The sack sets up a tough 3rd and goal. They're at the 12. Now Smith. Completed over the middle. Juke the defender. And that play is brought to a halt. So they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Smith on 4th down. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it an 11-point ball game. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers and wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Harris. And this hasn't been a common sign out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. The linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that 6th sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Second and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Trying to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. And the Raiders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. A great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end a critical takeaway.
The Raiders ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. They're set up at the 35 now. Giving this to Genty. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another give here to Genty. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Smith. That's caught for the first. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for Raiders first.
Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
First down from the red zone. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Second and 10. Again, it's Smith. This throw is caught. And this one does not go far.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
The Chargers into a nickel set, third down. Shotgun snap to Smith. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 4.
Chargers 21, Raiders 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
25 yards. And the Chargers first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Shotgun give to Hampton. He loses the football. And this is going to be Raiders football.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. He tucks it and takes off.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. Give aids them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And off to Genty. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Chargers in the dime on 3rd down. 6 DBs out in coverage. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Ricky Myers, and he's got it. And will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
It's a gain of 20. In the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
1st down, ball at the 36. Straight ahead with Genty. Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Back to Genty. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
And the Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the 17. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Smith to the air now. And he's got it. It's in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Going power with the big tight end. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. 3rd and goal now. Can they find that final yard? He keeps it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Geno Smith with a touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition, because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. Breaks the tackle, still going. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Smith back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Brings up 3rd down.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
gain on the play. And the Raiders first down. First and 10.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
On target to throw. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
He's out of bounds.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go play action. Here's Smith. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
First down, Smith to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for Raiders first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
On first down, Genty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the 36. Gets this one to Myers. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Throwing is Smith. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he cuts it back right. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Chargers pushing for a late spark before halftime. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10, Herbert. Caught by his back. Brushes him off with ease. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3 now. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one's nabbed by Allen. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
At the 7-yard line.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Herbert now, blitz coming. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers tie it in the final minute of the half. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll take the lead.
Chargers 28, Raiders 27.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's White on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Raiders ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he comes through big here, 9 yards, it's 2nd down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Thought for a second he might have had the first, but still a little bit of work to do here on 2nd down. From the gun, Smith. That's complete to Bowers outright. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Smith. A massive shot towards the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. That's incomplete left side. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Hits him on the out route. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's running for it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Give up the guts. It's Genty. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Now Smith taking off with it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy can turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Now Smith taking off with it. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Got his man, Thomas has it. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for another Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Dumped off to his running back. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Oh, the football's loose. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession. So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it.
Yeah.
A touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. And again, it's Smith. Cutting in the goal line. And in for the touchdown. The Raiders take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown.
The Raiders will line up for
Now Smith taking off with it. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. Normally, that's a play that works for him, but that time, maybe better off letting it go on the option.
Yeah, I think so, Kate. You wouldn't believe how fast in real time you got to make that decision. It is a split second, truly a split-second decision, and that time not the right one for the quarterback.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Carlson, all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Escapes a defender. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Going to Harris to start the half. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
The tackle by Jeremy Chin. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Herbert now off the play fake. Pressure comes and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On the ground with Jeanty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Smith back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
You think corners, you think picks, but that's about the only thing he doesn't have yet today, Kate. He's got the fumble recovery. He's now got a sack. He's been playing a physical brand of football, exactly what today's NFL is all about with those players on the perimeter.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They give to Harris from the gun. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Motioning left is Johnston. On 3rd down, Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And he will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chargers.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Trying to get outside here with Harris. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You've got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Motioning one of the tight ends. This is Harris on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Herbert from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Smith to the air now. Has him on the quick hitter. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. He still has room inside the 30. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Back in to Genty. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands. And it's often, right off the jump, if you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you could get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now Smith. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And he sails that one over the end zone.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Back to the air, Herbert. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
They'll send out the punting unit. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Giving this to Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Smith. Hits him on the in route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for Raiders first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Straight ahead with Genty. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
The Chargers into a nickel set. 3rd down. Here's Smith. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, Kit, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Charger offense making its way to the field.
27-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Completed here to Johnston. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Third and just 2 to go. Herbert now. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap to Smith. Short pass brought in. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Looking for a target. And he's brought down at the line.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that, they go for a big gain.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Throwing deep for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed over the middle. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Herbert back to throw. He puts a man under it deep down the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So out now comes the punter. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. He's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They've got 1st down from the 31. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Near downfield, and Myers has it. And he's got them quite the gain here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And a Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Going left side. Bowers has it. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And off to Genty. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
This is Genty on 2nd. And he gets this forward to the 19. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He takes it himself, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They motion Tucker over left. This is Genty. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Smith. Myers, and he's got it. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Las Vegas, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Smith in the pistol. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. The Raiders have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Down a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders lead by 15 now.
43, Chargers 28.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they've set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Running behind center with Harris. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Harris once more. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Herbert on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball in offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, push that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
The Raiders ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. So following the fumble and the recovery, here comes 2nd and short. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. I thought they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
That's what you call a run into darkness. There was nowhere, and I mean nowhere to go.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Herbert now, blitz coming. Now here he goes. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. And maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. That one's good to McConkey. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Herbert from the gun. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Now point after to bring it back within 1 score. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Makes the score Raiders 43, Chargers 35.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Tucker now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Smith. This one's taken in by Thornton. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
It's a gain of 20. And the Las Vegas first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got first down from the 31. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. He's across the 20, still going. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's good.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Here's Genty. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Raiders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Geno Smith with the touchdown. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders lead by 15 now.
Chargers 35.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10, Herbert. Throw left side, grabbed by Allen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Chargers trail by 15. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 34. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Herbert to throw once more. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Raiders get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. First and 10 from the 41. Jeanty on the give. He's headed right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another give here to Jeanty. And he takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout.